The views, opinions, and statements shared on the Trailer Park Podcast are those of the host, guests, and the Trailer Park listeners and callers, and in no way, shape, form, or
Hello,
fashion
everybody, and welcome
are
to
they
the Trailer
a
Park. I am your
reflection
host,
of iHeartRadio or any of its affiliates. Stories shared here on the Trailer Park Podcast are firmly based on fiction and loosely based on
anyway,
facts. So
I'm here with my
pretty much we're
nephew,
full of shit.
Logan
Enjoy
Myers.
the show.
What's up, Logan? How you been?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, just working, getting everything done.
Yeah, right. And we're recording from the least romantic town in the entire world, Dresden, Tennessee. Notice the background. This is Trailer Park shit for real, son. This is how we live. This is how we love to live. So, anyway, we got some shit we want to cover today. We're recording live right now. Otherwise, I'd pause. I'd pause because I'll just... how you been, son? How you been? We're drinking some beers. You don't mind?
I've been good. A lot of stuff's been going on, but we're getting through it.
Yeah.
And as the days go by, just making sure we can assess everything with
right.
life.
You took on some heavy responsibility. You got a new home. It's a used home.
Yeah.
But y'all are working on it. You're young, relatively young. You can still work things out.
Yeah.
Beautiful new girlfriend. She come with a prefabricated family, but that's okay. We've all done that.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are expecting one.
Yes. We are expecting a little girl we are going to name her Constance Banklin.
What the fuck is Banklin? I mean...
she wanted to have a Lynn in it, so, I mean, it sounds different, but we want, because you know how a lot of people, they have ordinary names. We wanted our daughter to have something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So Constance, it isn't spelled with a C, it's spelled with a K and stuff like that.
That's kind of a normal name, but Banklin is way different.
Yeah.
Your name is different too, Logan Mitchell.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, that's a real different name.
Mitchell. Yeah. Yes.
Your parents hated you.
No, they probably did. But hey, it's okay.
It's all good. Oh shit. Fuck. I done wrote all this shit down and forgot. Oh, yes. I had my very first rectal exam that wasn't self-inflicted. My very first self-inflicted rectal exam. Very first Fuck. Let me back up. I've been drinking. For the past year, as most of y'all know, I just got out of a 4-month sentence, or 6-month sentence, and I served 4 months of that sentence. And while I was sitting in jail, I made some short-term goals. One of those short-term, several of them, three of them. One was to move to Tennessee and get the fuck out of that shithole state of Florida. The other was to obtain a vehicle, or first get a job, then get a vehicle and acquire a license in the state of Tennessee, 100% legal all the way around. I'm almost there. I'm seconds away from getting. Tuesday I go to get an interlocking device put on my truck that I purchased from my brother-in-law and sister Tracy. And Logan, you used to own the truck, but you surrendered it because just whatever reasons, that's neither here nor there. I took over the payments on the truck, so now I have a brand new 2007 Z71 4-wheel drive. Proud of myself. I've come a long ways since the bullshit. But anyway, where was I going with this? What was I even talking about?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
I got fucking lost. I was talking about rectal exams and every goddamn thing else.
It went from rectal to exams to a new truck.
And new truck and, goals and accomplishments. We're a fucking shit show, bro. Just Trailer Park shit. Trying to, it's like, it looks good. These are aesthetics, like I said. It don't even work. We just got them on our heads so we can look like we're doing a fucking podcast. Like I said, the rectal exams and orgasms, and much like my orgasms, my rectal exams have been surely for the sport of it. Never trust a shade tree mechanic to do a fucking rectal exam. Just because he's ASC certified and lubricating the rear ends, it's not the fucking same thing. Tricked me once, shame on you. Tricked me 6 more times, shame on you as well. Fuck you, Roger. You piece of shit. So what you got going on with yourself, Logan? Any rectal exams, self-inflicted?
No, none of that.
No?
That's all up your alley, bud. Not mine.
That's all me, huh?
Yeah, that's all you.
Well, the whole purpose of this episode was I told my friend John Hannon from Funny to Informing, we're going to roast this motherfucker, him as well as Peisenberg, Christopher Pizza Peisenberg Coleman, who do Funny to Informing out of Kissimmee and Nashville, Tennessee, because they're live in different locations. But with this device right here, I'm pointing at the Zoom 4. They have a Zoom 6, which is a lot way better than the 4. But you can hook up 2 condenser mics in the bottom, and it's such a versatile piece of equipment, user friendly, even for this dumbass motherfucker. And I'm a train wreck when it comes to goddamn trying to do technical shit. But this has been proved to be user friendly as fuck. And John Hannon, I hope you don't mind, but I wrote some jokes. And I've delegated some of them jokes to my nephew, Logan, here.
And I don't even know who you are, sir, but we're just going to knock them out.
He apologizes in advance. So Chris Pizza Peisenberg Coleman is a good friend of mine. He calls himself Pizza Peisenberg because he is indeed the Heisenberg of making pizzas. I've seen this motherfucker work. He can flip the fuck out of the pizzas, and it just makes it look so fucking effortless. He's actually... at one point managed a Papa John's and got fired. I'm like, how the fuck did you get fired from a fucking fired? Papa John's? I mean, Papa John got himself fired, but he had to use the N-word to do it. Holy shit. So, Chris, he's actually has his name, or his creation is called the Peisenberg. It's a pizza that he made himself. It's called the Peisenberg, and it's on a menu in Tornatore's Pizzeria in Orlando, Florida. College Park, to be more exact, to be more precise. So, yeah, he's a badass at what he does. John Hannon is a badass at what he does as well. I've go to him for advice all the time to the point where he just ignores my calls sometimes. I'm like, fuck, what's this fucking moron doing? Like, why does he keep bothering me? But anyway, John, I wrote some jokes based on your mouth because you used to have really bad teeth at one point, but then you got them fixed. I mean, your mouth was so bad at one point, I dubbed you the Pustule Prince, the Prince of Pus, because it's just like an infection all the time in your fucking mouth. But Logan, you got them jokes.
Yes, I do.
I wrote them, but I have the your mama jokes. So go ahead, Logan.
All right,
start.
So we're gonna kick it off with this one right here. Your mouth looks like it pissed off ISIS.
Well, you got to start with saying John Hannon's mouth.
Oh, my bad. John Hannon's mouth looks like it pissed off ISIS.
Okay, and I'm gonna follow up with let's see here. We're organized as fuck. Rocky Soka at one point. Rocky Soka from what's the name is What's the Fuss podcast. At one point referred to your mother's cunt, John Hannon's cunt, as a cavernous cunt. John Hannon's mom's vagina looks like it got into a machete fight with another vagina that knew way more about machete fighting than John Hannon's vagina's mama's cunt did. And it prevailed. The other one did, not John Hannon's mom's. But go ahead, Logan. Follow
up. John Hannon's mouth visits Stonehenge every morning when he looks at into a mirror.
Yeah. That means when you smile into the mirror, you see Stonehenge because your mouth was so busted. I feel the need to explain my jokes to these people because most of my audience is slack-jawed as fuck. So just deal with it. Okay, I'm gonna counter with John Hannon's vagina looks like the underside of an ice road trucker semi. Logan come up with that joke. That's him, not me. I did not come up with that one at all. All right, Logan, what you got?
John Hannon's mouth looks like it drew a picture of Allah.
Allah, the God.
Allah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that because that falls under the ISIS category as well. You don't draw pictures of Allah mouth. John Hannon's mouth, stop drawing pictures of Allah. John Hannon's mouth. Dad has to send in a canary every time he wants to fuck her. He sends a canary into her vagina to make sure it's safe to go in. That was a good one. I'm proud of that song. I'll give you who you are.
John Hannon's mouth looks like he ate a bowl of rocks for dinner and a box
of drywall screws. For dessert.
Your writing was a little bit off there.
Yeah, I had to cram it into the bottom. Again, we've been drinking Natty Ice. Not even good beer. We've been drinking some shit beer. Okay, we got one last one for John Hannon's mouth. Now I'm going to go ahead with this one. Prince Charles, Amy Winehouse, Steve Buscemi, and a crackhead are walking down the street. Well, you don't know that they don't hang out. These motherfuckers might hang out all the fucking time. They all got shitty mouths. They took off fucking running. They took off running. It's like, fuck this shit. What's wrong with this motherfucker? Oh, these old dad grumpy jokes. This is the worst episode ever. This is the only second episode of the fucking year.
Hey, they're gonna laugh out of it though.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, if not, then well, that's on them.
And we're gonna move on to the late great Anthony Smith. I love this motherfucker. He died earlier. He told me he had heart disease. Turns out he had kidney disease. And it just fucked his whole system up. Last time I talked to him was before I went to jail in April. And it's terrible. But I wrote this roast a long time ago. Put it in my head and everything. Wrote down some notes and stuff. And I think he'd appreciate that. But he passed on. He's dead now. But one of his main issues was chronic poverty. This motherfucker was broke all the goddamn time. He was so poor. He was so poor that kids in Ethiopia were sending him 29 cents a day.
Damn.
Yeah, he was so broke that his kids would send back to child support because they felt sorry for him. That was not a good joke. I apologize for that one. But Anthony Smith was so broke that homeless people would cross the street to avoid his ass. But I talked to him one day and I was like, look, bro, just hang in there, keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day, after a lot of hard work, you can have your shitty name on a shitty pizza in a shitty pizzeria on a shitty part of town. That joke is what's known as a two birds with one stone. I clobbered Chris Coleman and Anthony Smith at the same time. So eat it. What you got, Logan? You ain't got shit, do you?
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Nothing. That's all I wrote for you, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on my own, ain't I?
Well, I'm just gonna let y'all know this is my first time ever doing one of these podcasts, so.
Yeah, he's not sure what a podcast is,
Yeah.
much like a lot of people in Tennessee don't know. It's like I whipped out my fucking sound equipment, and they started trying to exorcise fucking demons and shit, accusing me of warlockery and witchcraft. Like, look here, folks, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I involved remotely in wizardry or warlockery. So finally I got them off my ass by telling them there's a black man uptown talking to a white woman, and they jumped in their F-150s and fucked off. It's fucking crazy. That was a racial joke right there. I'm still trying to figure out what this Fallout PP joke means.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Pull
figure
out
out.
PP.
Oh, I didn't know like where you were going with that one. I was kind of lost.
I jotted it down. It's like, what the fuck? It made sense at the time, I guess. Angry mob, pitchforks. Oh yeah, they showed up at my house. It's too late for that fucking joke. But anyway,
we're somewhat organized, not fully.
Not fully at all. It's a fucking dude. What kind of work you do, Logan?
I do construction work.
I do construction work.
I do.
You do.
I do construction work. I tie rebar and I build bridges.
Right.
So if you're anywhere in the state of Tennessee and you drive over one of those bridges, I didn't build it.
Okay.
So if it breaks, I didn't build it.
It's not on you.
It's not on me.
Okay.
But I work for a company in Jackson, Tennessee called Construction Products. And we tie rebar and we pour concrete and we make these long beams that get sent off for other companies such as bridge companies, and they pretty much take them, they build them, they connect them together and they pour concrete over top of them, and then they pour asphalt, which is possibly could be one of the bridges you drive over if you pass through Tennessee.
Cool story, bro. I asked, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I thought I'd go full in detail.
Well, as most of y'all know or may not know, I work in the construction business as well, but I do the off-road dump truck driving and heavy equipment operating aspect of it. And let me tell you something about Tennessee. These motherfuckers got the biggest goddamn horseflies on the motherfucking planet. And when I say horseflies, it's like horses with fucking wings. I drove by a horse the other day, and they had a horsefly laying on his back, and I thought he was just doing the horsefly thing. No, he was fucking his horse, and his horse was scared.
So if you're in any other state and you think that you have the biggest horseflies, come to Tennessee. y'all will think twice.
Northwest Tennessee.
Yes.
A coworker told me the other day he seen a fucking horsefly riding around with a fucking apple in his mouth, so I brought a bag of fucking apples to work. Literally, for real. I brought a bag of apples to work to feed these son of a bitches. Ended up feeding the deers as well.
But let's talk about the wildlife up here, though.
That fucking wildlife
because
is crazy.
the wild out of every